It is.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is round number 17 of the NOSSCAR X2 series here in Season 4. We've come to Sonoma Raceway. We've got 15 drivers set to go in a 22-lap race at Sonoma Raceway. Jay Taylor has won the pole. He's proven to be one of the road course aces here in the NOSSCAR series. Here we go. Remember, guys, you can visit www.nosscar.com, NOSSCAR.com, for more information on how to become a driver and a super fan.
Let's go to work now, buddy. Come on. Buddy!
The green flag is out. Remember, it's 22 laps. It's not a long race. Oh, and we've already got problems. It looks like ATM Racing has spun. Libro and Tyler Scott and a few others, Piper J, they all got into it. And Timac 11, who chose not to qualify, started at the back and he's already worked his way up to 6th.
Car closing on the inside.
There's a good look at RJ Haywood in the number 19 car. He currently sits in 5th. They're all chasing Jay Taylor in the number 88 car as he works his way through the S's. And now down the straightaway towards the final turn. The tight right-hander.
Car inside, trying to get to your corner.
Piper Jade is sitting in 7th, having a good run. Oh, when RJ Haywood, Timac 11 came close to making contact. Timac gathers it up and continues on. RJ Haywood in the number 19 car, having a stellar season. And I've always been a big fan of that Subway paint job. Looks real nice on that number 19 Toyota Camry. Oh, but he goes a little bit off course here. Oh, Timac overshoots the turn. Locks up the tires. RJ Haywood gets back around him for now.
Okay, 20 to go. Keep the pressure
And
on.
now it kind of looked like Haywood let Timac go, but Timac's going to see a small penalty added to his total time duration here in the race. A 0.6 second penalty assessed to the 2014 for cutting the racetrack going up that first hill. And now we know that 0.6 seconds might not be such a big deal right now, but if he's side by side going into the final turn on the final lap for the win, 0.6 seconds becomes a very big deal. Plus he doesn't want to have one or two more of those and have it be over a second of penalty time. Mananger running very strong, sitting in the 4th position. And I believe that's Punisher Drummer just in front of him in the 3rd spot. I can't quite tell. And I believe it is yourdoneson in the number 6 car up there in the 2nd position. And as you can see by the map there, on the bottom left side of your screen, Jay Taylor in the number 88 machine is putting quite the bit of distance here in between himself and the rest of the field. Oh, Timac gets a little loose, holds on to it.
Close call. Great save, man.
That was close there for the 24 group. Timac has a couple wins on road courses here in the NOSSCAR series as well. He knows how to run these tracks. However, Timac has been driving a lot on NASCAR Heat 2 on PlayStation 4 lately, preparing himself for the A divisions that are going to be opening in mid-November. And he says that the driving in the two games, NASCAR 15 and Heat 2, is just worlds different. And he says it's a bit of a handful when he comes back to NASCAR 15. Oh, and now there's Punisher Drummer. He was running in third. He went off course.
Doing an awesome job today, buddy.
Timac had to slow right down to make sure he didn't run into him. And Timac goes up, goes off the track a bit. And we saw on the inside back there, Wood Dog in the number 3 car spun out. Wood Dog won at Talladega. It was his very first win in the NOSSCAR series. And now Punisher Drummer in the 38 machine gets around Timac. Oh, and it appeared Mananger got a little bit loose there, and he went off course, gathers it back up. He goes from 3rd to 5th. Wood Dog in 6th. RJ Haywood in 7th.
He's coming on the inside.
Oh, and Punisher Drummer came very close to going off the race surface again, going up that first hill. Seems to be a bit of a hot spot for that 38 machine. Doesn't seem to like going up that first hill and having to slow down and ease through that right-hander.
Watch your inside.
Mananger still is holding on to the 5th position. He's about 1.6 seconds behind this battle here for 3rd and 4th, but he seems to be closing it at times, but then losing it at times. Trying to get a good feel for the race car.
Far inside, just looking.
Timac closed in on Punisher Drummer quite a bit, getting into the final turn there, but he spun the tires, getting ahead of the turn.
Right there. Great job. Your right side.
Take a look at the map in the bottom left corner, guys. Jay Taylor has a remarkable lead. And now there's a good look at THR Hard Pickle running in the 14th position. He is currently shown 1 lap down. He's a 2-time winner here in the NOSSCAR X2 series. Both wins came on restrictor plate races, not necessarily known for his road course program, but he's given it a whirl here today at Sonoma Raceway. Number 15 car started the race.
Alright, I want you to pit this time.
Jay Taylor is the pole sitter. He is still your race leader. We do know that green flag pit stops are expected here within a lap or two. For the most part, it appears it is going to be a one pit stop race. And pit stops have begun. You can hear the air guns. And now, that's your Yourdoneson surrendering second place to come down pit road.
Where you go, man? Okay, pit this time, pit this time.
Oh, it looked like Timac nearly went off the course that time. But now that your Yourdoneson has made his scheduled pit stop, this bumps Punisher Drummer up to the second position, Man Anger up to third, Wood Dog up to, or rather Timac up to third, Man Anger up to fourth, Wood Dog up to fifth, RJ Haywood up to sixth.
Gotta go real easy on the fuel.
But they're all chasing Jay Taylor, and Jay Taylor has a 23-second lead over Punisher Drummer. Jay Taylor has actually put 4 or 5 cars one lap down here in today's race at Sonoma, round 17 of the 4th NOSSCAR X2 Series season. And now we see Punisher Drummer and Timac 11 coming down pit road.
You need some fuel? I think we should change those tires out. All right, let's do this. In and out.
And Punisher Drummer making his pit stop. It appears it's going to be 4 tires and gas. Tyler Scott in the 78 car, currently scored in 12th, is on pit road. I believe he was one of a couple of cars to go one lap down, and as soon as he did, he elected to come down pit road and get service.
Flat tire. I told you. Spin ahead.
And you guys could see the spun car there going up the hill, and we weren't quite sure who it was. They were ghosted on the racetrack to make sure that they were transparent, so that way there would be no physical contact made. Now we're showing RJ Haywood running in the 6th position. Punisher Drummer is in the 4th spot. The pit stops have cycled through, and it is still Jay Taylor out front. And remember, guys, if Jay Taylor wins the race and leads the most laps while doing so, he will clinch having the most points that you can achieve in one season in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. It is a unique points system. It is your 5 best finishes, your 5 highest points showings that make up your total amount of points. Not every single race, but your 5 best. So the maximum amount of points that you can achieve in one season is 130 points. Coming into this race, Jay Taylor sits at 128. And all he needs is a win while leading the most laps to clinch the championship. Unless another driver can tie him for having the maximum amount of points, and then pass him for having the most victories this season, Jay Taylor will be your champion. And now Tyler Scott was a little bit loose looking there, going through the S's. He had to give way for Timac there. Tyler Scott shown in the 12th position, 1 lap down to your race leader Jay Taylor. Jay Taylor is in a whole heap of lap traffic right now. We're halfway done the race. Your leaders are working lap 12. Really impressed with RJ Haywood. He always shows very good consistency. Oh, and problems there. It looked like the 5 car of Libro 2013 was spun out and facing the wrong direction against the wall just before the S's there. So over near turn 5, I believe it is. And it doesn't look good for the 5 bunch. In fact, there was at one point 2 different cars stopped. There's still 1 car stopped over near turn 3, or turn 4 rather, just before you get into turn 4. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, and problems for Punisher Drummer. Punisher Drummer was running in 3rd. Number 38 car goes off the track, gets very sideways, and he will fall back to the 4th position. He is about 7.8 seconds rather behind Timac now in that battle for 3rd. Tough break for Punisher Drummer, but he's still alive and in the thick of things. Your top 5 as of now is Jay Taylor, your Yourdoneson, Timac, Punisher Drummer, and RJ Haywood. Man Anger runs in 6th. And there's a good look at THR Hard Pickle. He's running in the 13th position, 1 lap down, or 2 laps down rather now. But he's managed to stay out of trouble and keep his car clean. There's not a mark on that number 20 machine. Oh, there might be now as Timac got really loose there and got into the 20 car. Don't think it was intentional.
I told you those tires wouldn't last.
Timac had no idea which direction he was going, and when he tried to figure it out, his car got real loose on him. And he kind of slid sideways into the back of the 20. He was off the throttle the entire time trying to stay off the 20 car. He's basically drifting sideways off the throttle. And still managed to make some contact with the 20, and the 20 managed to still make contact with the inside wall. Both cars carry on. Up front it's Jay Taylor, who has a 20-second lead over your Yourdoneson, who sits in 2nd in that number 6 car. Timac 11 in the 3rd position in the 24 machine. Punisher Drummer in 4th in the number 38 car. There's a good look at Twitch Whiskers in the number 98 car. She's running in the 10th position, 1 lap down. Having a very strong race.
8 to go.
Twitch Whiskers is coming off her very best finish in the NOSSCAR X2 series. She finished 3rd at Talladega. And now there are cars on pit road.
Flat tire, flat tire. I told you.
And there's ATM Racing running in 11th, one lap down, making his scheduled pit stop.
Hey, I don't even care. I'm still feeling those feet on one lap now. Out here running on all the tires. Everybody out here that could be running around on balls on the rims and not doing y'all keep up.
The tire's blown. You wore it out.
Timac 11 comes down pit road. He's going to surrender third to do so.
We got some fresh tires for you, driver. Okay, buddy, we're ready for you.
It's a scheduled pit stop. He's really going to want those left side tires, so it looks like he's going to take 4 tires and fuel. He was considering taking fuel only, but as you can see, he has worn those left side tires in particular quite a bit. So he's going to need fresh tires to get to the end of this thing with that slide all over the place. What a quick stop by the 24 bunch. They're going to give him 4 tires and fuel, no adjustments. He's been happy with the car all race, just can't seem to catch the 88. Common report from the drivers today.
Looks like you've worn the right tire down.
Jay Taylor has made his final pit stop. He exits the pits still with the race lead. That's how big of a lead the number 88 car has, and has had basically since about the 5th lap or the 6th lap. Jay Taylor was just putting a whooping on these drivers here today. And remember, there's no cautions in the NOSSCAR series unless they're racing at Talladega or Daytona. So there is really no possible way for these guys to catch Jay Taylor.
I told you those tires wouldn't last.
And there's R.J. Haywood surrendering a top 5 spot for now to make his scheduled pit stop. And there's a few drivers attempting to make it to the end possibly without having to stop again. One of those, I believe, is Mananger, who currently sits in the 4th position in the number 35 car. Piper Jade is in 6th place in that number 41 machine. He might be able to do it. Remember, he pitted 1 lap long, or 2 laps rather, later than any other car. Timac locked him up getting into that turn, but he still managed to recover.
Flat tire. I told you.
And now Mananger gives up the 4th position to come down pit road for his final pit stop of the race.
Awesome lap.
There's a good look at ATM Racing. He's driving the number 34 car, currently running in 9th. Scored in the 9th position, 1 lap down, having a decent run. He had a great run going at Talladega. He got a top 10 finish there. His teammate, Punisher Drummer, was involved in an incident, a 3-car wreck involved with Piper Jade, Throbbing Bane, and Your Dunson, I believe, were the other 2 cars involved. 3 cars out of the race instantly. Talladega was a wild race, folks. If you haven't seen that, make sure you click on the title of our YouTube channel, rather, and then go through our uploads and find the Talladega race. Talladega race was round 16 of 20 here in the NOSSCAR X2 series, here in the 4th season.
4 to go.
And Punisher Drummer just came down pit road for his final pit stop. He surrenders the 3rd position. Timac 11 takes over 3rd for now.
I have no idea what position
Right's clear.
And I believe it's Tyler Scott in the 78 car that's parked down at the very bottom of the racetrack.
Flat tire. I told you. Far inside, trying to get to your corner.
I believe it's the top 4 cars right now that are on the lead lap, and there's a good look at THR Hard Pickle. He took a shortcut there.
Oh, don't let her get away.
Oh, and around goes the 24. 24 car snapped loose, and Punisher Drummer is looking to capitalize. Piper Jade makes contact with the 24.
Check your inside.
It is not looking good for the 24 bunch right now.
Ready to go.
They go from 3rd to 4th. Here with 2 laps remaining. Jay Taylor coming around to take the white flag right now.
Spin ahead.
Oh, and we've got a spin up here just over the hill. It's Libro in the 47 car, who's currently scored in 10th. He gathers it back up and carries on.
Watch your inside.
Hard Pickle makes contact with the outside wall coming out of the final turn, and now he's going to let Timac go by. And Jay Taylor comes around to take the checkered flag. He gets his 10th career NOSSCAR X2 Series victory and his 2nd at Sonoma.
Wide, 2 inside.
We're still waiting for the others to finish, but it's going to be Your Dunson that finishes in 2nd. Punisher Drummer is going to finish in 3rd. Timac 11 is going to finish in 4th. And Man Anger is going to finish in 5th.
The tire's blown, you wore it out.
And there's a bit of a glitch here because Jay Taylor was long done the race, but it was not counting him on the lead lap. Therefore, the race is over. That was a very strange development there. It's basically kicking Jay Taylor out of the finishing order, but we are done.
Okay, no problem. Well, Trevor, you're done. I know Trevor got it. No, you just got, I think you just got it up the top.
Very, very strange looking way that the game finished here, but in any case, we are all finished. Winner of the race is Jay Taylor's 10th career victory in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Go to www.nosscar.com, NOSSCAR.com, for more information on how to become a super fan or a super driver in the series.